Hello there, I'm Reaper from Mass Story, and today we will unbox two of Black Series figures in one take. So actually we have QI'RA, Corellia and REY, the Island Journey one. Just another REY, you know, same accessories as the previous one. A pretty casual QI'RA figure. QI'RA wasn't that anticipated figure, or at least in this version, because a lot of Star Wars fans calling that this outfit is the worst that QI'RA have in the Solo movie. In my opinion, this have nothing to do with the line at all. It's just an addition to the line, not a special one, just a space filling character, I think. So let's check out the boxes. Actually, the designs on the lower edges are good in the case of REY, but pretty much average on the QI'RA box. As you can see, QI'RA is the 66th in the line and REY is the 58th, so there's a huge gap between the two figures. So I have some questions about these, but we will answer them as soon as we opened especially the REY figure, because I'm curious if the neck is the old attached with the old technique or it's the new one, because between these two, for example, Tarkin and Han Solo came out and both has the new neck technology, and I'm really curious about how they solved that with REY. What we see through the plastic is that REY and QI'RA also has the advanced face printing technology applied on them, and in the case of REY it looks pretty good. Wasn't a fan of the REY figures yet, but in this case this figure pretty much reminds me of the actress, and but in case of QI'RA it's not the same, because as you can see the left eye is pretty much popping out and the right one is in the normal place, I guess. So but we will get her out of the case and we will check out everything on these figures. Let's flip the boxes and check out the little text on the back. QI'RA says, at 18 years of age, young QI'RA is already enmeshed in a life of crime, working for a gang on Corellia. The REY box says, with the power of the Force awakening inside her, REY travels to the hidden world of ach-to. There she seeks out Luke Skywalker as the last hope of the Resistance. QI'RA feels like it was made after a concept, like nothing really specific about this figure and nothing really specific about the text, like they didn't want it to spoil anything for those who haven't seen the movie or something like that. This figure came out just around the premiere of Solo, maybe a bit sooner, but I think that's the case that Hasbro got just the concept of QI'RA and this outfit, and they had no freedom how to design this figure, but it's okay. I think we have seen a lot of figure like that previously. So if you need this kind of information, you can pause the video and you can check it out if this helps you with your orders or something like that. All right, nothing left to do. Open the boxes. As we usually do, I just cutting the tapes on the top, and then we will pull out the plastic and let's see how these figures worked out for Hasbro. Alright, here's REY and here comes QI'RA. As you can see, 3 accessory next to only one, or if you add the vests, QI'RA has a vest and also REY has one too. So actually this is pretty much a win over here. All the accessories are the same ones we have already seen with the Jedi training REY, and the usual problem that if the plastic band the accessory are almost ruined also. As you can see here, this is not straight as it used to be. But this won't make us sad anyway, so let's take a closer look on QI'RA. So actually the edge, the furry edge on the vest is not that well painted. As you can see, there are a lot gray showing in the recesses, which is a kind of a shame, but check out the further details. The texture is good on the arms, and she has some kind of watches on her wrist, and a usual female arm mechanic here. This is a single joint over here. It's also a ball joint, so you can turn it wherever you want, and you can get off the vest, but you won't make pretty much anything with it, since the outfit can be removed from the arm, and the cape is also rubberish, a PVC material, and pretty tangible. I think we won't have problems with posing the legs around, but since the character is not that active in this outfit, you won't really do that anyway. Alright, the colors are almost the same, like the painted one and the color of the material, so it's not a problem like it used to at some cases. The neck is the new one. It's pretty clear that this is the advanced technique of connect the head to the torso, and yeah, the advanced face printing is good, but I still have the feeling that the left eye is popping out a bit. The hair has some paint applied to highlight it, but it's pretty poor quality, so they just missed the effect that they wanted to achieve with this, I guess. The lips are okay, and I'm happy that at least the hair is not symmetrical, so it has some special thing going on with the head. Alright, you can see some detail here at the belt, which is just a detail, not a unique accessory on the figure. So here are some ammo bullets or something, and as you can see, she wears high heels. The leg part is pretty well detailed with these kind of straps and the texture here. The paint applied is some kind of dirt or snow or the mix of those, and nothing special really. As you can see, the posability is average. I mean, this kind of head attachment is limits the nodding effect on the figure, or the nodding action, the moving of the head forward and backward. So I guess this is a pretty good idea to do this to the neck in terms of the visuals, I mean displaying and such, but if you want to move the head around, this pretty much limits the head that it can turn and nothing else. Alright, the backside of the figure is pretty boring, no additional texture, the fur is as cheap as it looks on the front of the figure. The skirt has less details on the back, and the leg has almost none of those details. Alright, I may try to demonstrate some posability limits here. You can't really put that arm up or such, but at least the accessory surprised me that this is a double-barreled blaster pistol. I haven't really seen this in the movie, or I just missed it. Nice one, not that much painting details added, but I guess these kind of really little, really short blaster pistols can't really take any much care. So that's alright. Let's move on to REY. So REY has this accessory, this fabric cape, which she sometimes wears in the Last Jedi movie and sometimes not. Under that you can see there is another vest. So they made everything like it was in the movie, and they didn't want it to miss out on those accessories. The hair looks cool, but the things here are not painted, so there are just sculpting details over here at the where the rubber should be, but that's alright. And this kind of design is well painted here. There is no problem with that. They spent far more time designing this kind of head sculpt than they did with QI'RA, which they wanted to improve with this painting application, but it turned out pretty weird. So back to REY. It's yeah, his head is pretty symmetric, and the face sculpt really reminds me of the actress playing the character in the movie. I have a bit of disappointment here. As I mentioned, in the case of QI'RA, the skin matches the material, as you can see, but in the case of REY, it's more pinkish color, and the face is like a light yellow, a pale one. That's a bummer, so I guess I will leave the fabric on, because that covers well and won't show the difference in color. And let's move on. The usual bandage kind of detail over here. A textured vest. As you can see, this is a pretty nice addition. I wanted something like that on the backside of QI'RA, but whatever. Alright, no accessory as a vest, I mean a belt, no belt here, only a longer PVC here, which serves as the holster. And yeah, this is pretty much not an accessory because it can be removed. It's the part of the outfit on the body. Alright, it's attached to the leg, so it pretty much limits the posability of the figure, and you have to be cautious not to cut it or rip it off by moving the leg, so I will just let it hang around that. The right leg has no issues like that. It's pretty much can't do anything. The feet is good. It moves around pretty well. Alright, the leg has no texture added, just a little bit of knee padding or something like that. And the back side has only this little strap over there. Hasbro likes to add textures to the feet these days, as we have seen in the case of QI'RA. The same applies to REY. All over the feet there is a fabric texture added to the PVC. Alright, the backside of the vest also has this kind of texture printed around her. Looks pretty well, gives another depth to this figure. And on the right, I mean the left hand, there is a little leather wristband or something like that. Let's check out the neck, and yes, the neck is the old one, so it would mean that you can turn the head or bend the head back and forth, but because of this hairstyle you can't really do that, so I think this is a miss. I guess the advanced neck technology wasn't ready back then when they released this figure, so we got the answer for our question that this is the old one. As you can see here, it's not like in the case of the new Han Solo, which is the new neck, but it has gaps and a lot of flaws, so it's not perfect yet. But in case of Tarkin, it's pretty nice, and this shows how it meant to be. All right, so this technique has a lot of flaws, like the paint won't get here that well and won't stick that much, and if you move the figure, this part may remove some of the paint applied there. So yeah, this is a common issue, but we got used to this years before, I guess. Alright, let's try the hood on. The hood is not perfect. As you can see, it won't sit on the top of the head as it used to. I mean, you can play with that, you can add some water to make it right, but generally it's just looks better this way. Alright, I think you are familiar with the accessories already, that this is Luke's lightsaber, this is the staff of REY. We got this for all the Reys released already, there are just a few of them. The blaster from Han Solo, and that's it. I wanted to show you that what I meant by saying there is a gap between the releases, the REY and the QI'RA release. QI'RA is here and REY is over there, and there are a lot of other figures in between, and I guess all of these figures has the new neck technology, and this REY was the last one. I mean, she has the new advanced face paint technology, but she lacks the new neck attachment. Thank you very much for checking out this video. You can find everything about this channel on mysteamstory.com, and you can also find us on Facebook. So if you are ready for some additional screenshots, toy photography, or any other information you might want to know, you can head to mysteamstory.com and search for MSS on Facebook. Thank you guys for being here, and have a nice day. Goodbye.